Right, so here we go. Just burning the paint away. So I've been making this design throughout the day, and it's a very special animal here in the UK, British wildlife, beautiful hedgehog. And I'm a spray paint artist based in a place called Wiltshire in the UK, for any of my American subscribers hooking in. And the last part of what I do is I use a pyrography tool to burn the paint away. I think I'm pretty certain in saying that I'm one of the only people in the world that uses this technique. I'm certainly very unique with what I do with spray painting artworks onto wood. If you go and check out my channel here on YouTube, I've got lots of different things that I do with spray paints onto wood, plus also crazy stuff that I do with spray painting onto walls, ice graffiti, that sort of thing. And you can see this tool, which is super hot. So I've got this at about 500 degrees. I mean, that is a proper heat, isn't it? It just burns straight through the paint. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm just adding these details. Let me see if I can get this slightly closer, look. There we go. And it just gives that little refined touch. I've got a bit of copper spray paint that I've got on there, which I'm just manipulating and burning slightly with every stroke of the pyrography tool. And these paints, they're really solid. They're actually rattle can spray paints. As you can see, this is a marble effect copper that I've just used onto some of the textures on the hedgehog just there. And I'm really pleased with the effect that that gives. Hedgehogs are difficult things to paint and draw because they're spiky. They've got very bright spikes, but underneath they're dark. So what I'm trying to do is just pick out the highlights of the spikes. And this is where burning the paint away back to the actual hedgehog is totally key. So you're just burning it away like that. And I find this very therapeutic thing to do. So this is the last job that I do. I've done all my spray painting earlier today. And then from here, I'm just adding these details. See, I'm just burning back. And it just lifts the design slightly. It also gives it a texture. So with the spikes of this particular hedgehog, texture is really important. You know, it's something that the eye picks up. So adding that texture, but also I've actually sold to believe it or not, to blind people in the past, and they really go for it because, or visually impaired. So they can see a lot of the design, but not much of the detail. But with running their fingers over the actual piece, look, I've always got paint on my fingers just like that. You can just feel the actual design. So it's amazing when that does happen once or twice. I've sold of these artworks. I must have sold, I don't know. So I've been doing this professionally for over 10 years now. I've refined them quite a lot. I'm just going to show you what I've got over here. This is my studio, by the way. You can see that's what's going to be going on later. In fact, that's quite a good angle. Maybe we're going to change that angle to like that, so you can see what's going on here. So that's the first one done. This is quite a refined one. You can see you've got this lovely barky top edge there as well. They're going to be ready to hang with a drill hole. You can actually buy this product. It is actually tagged in the feed just here. So I'm going to move on. I mean, I always find this very satisfying. You see it's blue, and you're thinking, well, why is that blue at the bottom there? But if I just take that, unpeel it, it's actually masking off and gives a really tight line on this little hedgehog just here. So there we go. So they're all slightly different. I use stencils, so like this is one of the stencils like this, and each one is built up gradually. Difference wise also, you know, different pieces of wood like this as well. And you know, this is my studio, as I said, and if I'm just going to show you, so I'm a spray paint artist from Malmesbury, Wiltshire, like I said, so you can see, this is live, yeah. I'm actually doing this painting, and this is like all my different artworks all together. So you can see every single one is different, every cut of wood is different. Beautiful, you know, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Fusion of two sort of artworks together. Just there. Do hook me up on a little follow as well, a little subscribe unless you are one of my subscribers already, which is how you dropped in on this live. My name's Sid. I'm a spray paint artist from the southwest. I'm just doing a little bit of pyrography on these. So pyrography, basically, this is a hot tool, and it's 540 degrees. I'm just going to see if I can show you on the digital reader just there. And because it's so hot, what I can do is I just burn the paint away. I'm just going to hold this like that, and you get an idea of how it's done. And it just gives a little tight line. I mean, you can really see it here. When I just go around the eye like that, you see it's burning back to this cream tone, just like that. And it's just really... So a lot of people, they say, oh, handmade, yeah, I get that with that. But physically, every single one of these artworks is handmade, and they're all slightly different. I've got collectors all over the UK, Britain. I also sell overseas as well. This product is actually, artwork is actually linked in the description on this video. I've done lives on different platforms before, but I've just got to the stage on YouTube where I thought I'd give it a try on here as well. I've been on YouTube for quite 18 years, something like that. If you go back, you'll see some of my original videos. They're a little bit cheesy, to be honest, before videos became such a thing. But now I do a lot of shorts, things like that. I do lots of defrost graffiti where I use frost. And this is just coming up nicely like that. What I'll also do is I'll go over with one of these paint markers like this. So lovely little bit of, it's like soldering the log. Exactly, like soldering, you've got it. But this is just picking up, that's actually a paint marker. This is spray paints, basically coming from a pen. So it's the same brand as what I use with these rattle can spray paints, Moloto just there like that. So yeah, it's gradually getting in there. Harsh, you're making some lovely comments. Thank you very much for the comments. Got to ask where in the world you're at. Are you in the UK? As this is my first YouTube live. It was interesting to see how you pick me up on here. Is it on the scroll? Hopefully. But yeah, this is, like I said, quite the therapeutic way of doing things like that. And that's just bringing out the highlights just there. And it's actually when I went round the eye, the other one that I did earlier, I forgot to go around the eye. So let's go around the eye for this guy. So this is burning back to the oak colour. All the wood that I use is sustainably sourced as well. So it's all sustainably sourced wood. That's all part of what I do. And there we are. I see just some of the detail going in. I'd always try to do them a little bit of a smile. If you do too much of a smile, it looks like it looks like a dog about to be sick. So I don't want to do that. So it's just a very subtle smile. And again, it's got a beautiful texture coming together just now. I love hedgehogs. Sadly, they're an endangered species now here in the UK. There's lots of activities for people to make their gardens hedgehog ready. It's probably why these are so popular as artworks. I mean, look, you see all the different ones I've got going. I've done all these with stencils and spray paints. That's why I'm called the Stencil Shed. By the way, I kind of all started in the shed in my garden, and now I've got this big unit that I rent on a farm. My name's Sid, by the way. I'm a spray paint artist from the United Kingdom, every single artwork which you see just now is 100% handmade. This beautiful hedgehog is a design. It's my second design, and I'm just using this tool just to add more and more details. Can you see it's coming together? Just gradually coming together like that. I'm going to put a little bit behind his ear like that. I had loads more details with this pyrography tool. It's the second time I've done a hedgehog. The one before is different, it's sort of face on. If you go and check this, should actually be linked up a little bit. Should be linked up, yeah. Just going to go and read some of the comments just there. Okay, brother, keep doing this good work. I'm with you. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, India, brilliant. Crikes, I think you're. That's fantastic to do that. I was actually watching a program on India and Indian wildlife, if you're still there, with my son. It's fascinating some of the cultural differences in India. They were looking at what is the most dangerous animal in India, everyone was saying it's Steve Batchel, who's like a nature sort of guy here within the UK. Now this one, I've got to fix his nose a little bit, and they're asking what's the most dangerous animal in India, and everyone's like, yeah, it's the tiger, definitely the tiger. See, I've got a splodge there, which I'm just going to eradicate like that. But yeah, it's the sloth bear is actually more dangerous than the tiger in India, so I believe. I don't know if you can vouch for that or not. But thanks for joining me, everyone. My name's Sid. This is just a little live where I'm showing you some of the skills. So I make all these artworks with rattle can spray paints like this, beautiful. I mean, look at that gold. That's a premium spray can, and that's some of the brown that I've been using today to make the actual hedgehogs. And I got to the point now with the stencils. Look, they're very similar, but for each one I use this tool to burn the paint away. So I love to burn the paint away just here. I don't know, is sharing lives on this platform a thing or not? Certainly liking live. Give me a like, everyone, if you could. Let me know where in the world you're at. My name's Sid. I'm in the UK. This is my studio you've just dropped into. I make all of these artworks myself, all done with spray paints onto wood, 100% handmade. This is the last part, and I'm just accentuating some of the spiky areas for this beautiful hedgehog. Hedgehogs are a real animal that is loved here in the UK. It's an absolute favourite animal. They're really cute as well because they're small. That was important there. See where I just put the indications of roundness towards the eye? I'm just going to do the same, and you'll see I'm actually burning the paint through to this colour, this cream, and you just take it over the top like that. You see it just come like that, and then a small little smile, just so he's got an indication of happiness there, because he's a happy little animal. Sadly, he's quite endangered. What happens because of urban development, people getting gardens, more dogs, things like that. I'm just adding some more highlights there. That the hedgehog has found it more and more difficult to exist alongside humans. This is often the case these days as humans expand, isn't it? I'm just going to add some highlights here, just on the grassy area. Beautiful grassy area like that. Do give me a subscribe if you're watching right now. This is the first time that I've done a live here on YouTube, but it's something that I aim to do a lot more. On other platforms, I do live streaming, sell my artwork. I'm just going to show you a little bit about my artwork over here. So this is my display of art, and it's all done on beautiful pieces of wood. Do like the live if you can. That'd be amazing if you could do that. It's also got some examples of some of the large artworks that I do. This is an old barn which cows used to live in on a farm, and they've got a giant groot up there. This is just an example, a beautiful tree frog there and a beautiful piece of wood. It's very, very cold here in the UK. And you can see just over here we've got this giant groot with a horrid, I don't even want to say his name up there because he's back in power, but here we go. We've got a lion over there. Quirky things over this is my fire that's just keeping me warm. Just about to go out. A couple of logs on there just ticking over. This is where my wife does her work. So as I said, all my work is done with spray paints onto wood. If you go and look in my YouTube, give me a subscribe and just have a little look. What you're going to find is a series of artworks that you can see on my YouTube page, which is fantastic. It's the wrong way around there. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. There's the lovely ducks. But yeah, so and always on the back of something. This is just practicing a bit of bubble writing with the old spray paints. You see the spray paints over there, and here, like we've got some of these huge designs that I do. Also done with spray paints onto wood just there. I mean, that's a good size, isn't it? That's about 1.5 meters. But I'm just going to take you back to the pyrography over here. So this is what I'm just doing. These are ones that I've done with stencils and spray paints. You can see, let's have a little look over here. You can see this is one of my stencils that I use. So they're all hand cut as well. And you place these over the top of the wood and build them up gradually. I do all the carpentry myself as well. You place it over the top, and I'm just going to click that on there like that and just show you how it's done. So anyone out there who hooked in because you're into woodworking, pyrography, spray paints, give me a follow, give me a subscribe, because that's where it's at for me. And look at that, I've got beautiful copper spray paint. It's this marble effect spray paint that I've used to get the textures for this hedgehog. And just here is where I haven't used the pyrography tool, so I'm just going to gradually burn away and give the indications. I've always got paint on my finger. You can see my fingernail just there. The old crusty thumb there with a bit of green. That's because I was doing the grass earlier below the hedgehog just there. These all coming together nicely. If you've got any questions, do let me know. Hook me something in the comments just there. This actual artwork is tagged on this feed, so check that out. It's been great just to show you what I do and try this platform for live streaming. But where in the world are you? Let me know where in the world you are as well in the comments. That'd be amazing if you could do that. We've had a viewer from India already, which is fantastic. There we go. That's a couple of burns through onto that. I'm going to leave that one there as an example. It's always good to have. And then I'm just going to pick up this. This is very satisfying, this bit. So he's got a bit of a blue background, but this is where I've taped off the actual artwork. And I'm just going to take that off like that. Oh, there we go. And it gives it the tight green line for the grass. But what I want to do is protect this area of the wood, so it's nice and brown just there. But yeah, it looks fantastic, doesn't it, when you do that? And that gives that really tight line and contrast. It's like he's inside the piece of wood. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start around the eye again. This is the Pyrography tool, which goes up to about 500 degrees. You just pick these up online, these machines. You turn them on. I've done all the spray painting, and then just with the heat, so this is the heat, it's burning back the creaminess just there, and you can just see it just coming in. Oh, it's so satisfying to do this. Like I said, to share these skills with the world is a great thing to do. My name's Sid. I've developed all these techniques and my own art form of using wood as a canvas over the last 15 years. Professional spray paint artist from the Southwest, and I really enjoy what I do, and I like to share it with the world. I've got lots of collectors all over the UK, which is fantastic. I've been working really hard over the years to build up a following. I'm always trying to, I'm just burning the grass away there, trying to find new innovative ways to have fun with my work. And if any of you have seen of my other videos, I'm really into frost and what they call defrost graffiti. So what I do is I get a frost and I use it when it comes down. Obviously, when you take the frost away, it leaves the black on the windscreen. So I put stencils on the windscreens. I've made this artwork with much more complicated stencils. I'm just burning back this a little bit more. And when you take the stencils off, it reveals the black and the white is left. So I can actually make art with nature's frost. I don't know if anyone's watching from further afield than India, but India is... do you like the live as well if you're watching right now? Hook me up with a little like. Do you get frost? Do you even know what a frost is? In hotter climates. I'm just burning back into this as well, like that. It's really coming together now. Just adding these highlights really makes it on the piece. I'm going to add a flower in here before I'm finished. A really nice little flower. And I'm just going to put that on there. I guess you dropped in because you're interested in artwork. I became interested in spray painting when Banksy first came on the scene in the UK. I had a corporate job not too far from Bristol. I found it absolutely brilliant. My dad's an artist though, so I kind of was into art, but I decided I didn't want to be like my dad and do exactly what he did, although he's a sculptor. From there, I started experimenting with spray paints. Just a few more burns on there, just concentrating for a second. Just going to scruff this area up a little bit. There we are. Just scruff it up just by burning that little... That's really nice, actually, isn't it? That sort of scruffy, hairy sort of area. I'm going to do that with some of the other ones that I've got as well. And I found it fascinating that anyone can pick up a spray can and just go and do something on the street. They don't need a gallery, and just have fun. So that's how I got into street art, graffiti, spray painting, and that was probably in the early 2000s. But yeah, I'm a big Banksy fan. Most of his stuff, I didn't really enjoy some of the pieces I thought were pretty lame at the Banksy sort of zoo thing. Just scruffing these up a little bit more. There we go, lovely hedgehogs on. This is a pyrography tool, which is burning the paint away, which is fantastic. So yeah, so we're just getting back that. So certainly, yeah, when Banksy first came on the scene, it was really exciting. And that got me going. And it's totally changed of career, more of a corporate job. And I gave that up and just started following my dreams. But it's only recently, probably in the last, let me start another hedgehog. Let me see, probably in the last year or so that I've really got back into sort of video making. So it just take a while to sort of learn some of the skills to do art tutorials, things like that. And now I'm at a position where I just want to kind of share it a little bit more. Certainly over YouTube, it's something that I've been trying to get into a lot more. Yeah, I'm really pleased to have done this live now for 20 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Do hook me any questions on what I've just been saying. It'd be amazing to answer you. I've had my friend over in India already, which is great. Hook me a subscribe. Also, you can actually see, if you're in the UK, if you want to buy one of these exact hedgehogs, it should just be tagged on this feed and video if you're watching after this live video. So that's quite exciting to be able to do that. So again, I'm just burning back the paint. And what I'm probably going to do in the future, so if you want to subscribe, is to show you part of the spray paint and do some of the spray painting live. That'd be amazing to get into that as well. But yeah, I think that is good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to leave you to it. Maybe it's cup of tea time, but these different spray painted hedgehogs, I'm really, really proud of that. So let's just call it a day.